Hi everybody, Jim Sammons here from the Kayak Fishing Show. You know, there are certain places I just love to go back to, and New Zealand is one of those places. There are just so many fish to catch there. Saltwater, freshwater, you name it, you can go out there and catch some big fish. In this week's episode of Kayak Fishing Tales, I'm hooking up with my good buddy Brent and Shamus to target trout in some small lakes up in the hills in New Zealand. Check it out. Nice things about being here in New Zealand is if the weather kind of goes sideways on you, you can generally find some shelter, find something else to do. So on our first day, we've decided to meet up with our buddy Shamus, who kind of has the trout fishing a little bit dialed in here. And so he promised us that he could get us up on some rainbow trout and fishing some techniques that I'm not used to, using lead core line, an Alvi reel, which is a 1-to-1 gear ratio reel, which was quite unusual for me. So just did some different stuff.
Okay, Alvi reels, one of the stock standard freshwater fishing reels that we use here in New Zealand. Very popular as an ocean reel in Australia in deep water. Very reliable is one of the things about them, so that helps in this situation. Lead core line. We're using about 20 foot of mono leader, and then it goes onto your lead core, and then that lead core is each 10 meter intervals is a different color. Okay, so you've got a color change. Usually it relates about, depending on what speed you're going, but for the kind of speed you'll be doing, you're looking about a meter per color change. Okay, so we're looking getting down around that 3 meter, 10-12 foot mark. Okay. And hopefully that's about where they are. It's a bit warmer at the moment, so we might have to drop down a bit deeper than that.
There you go! Woo, that's a better one, huh? I feel like I've paddled around this lake 5 times today, trolling and trolling and trolling. And man, so we needed a couple fish to eat. This is my second fish for the day, so we got a good meal for everybody. So we're keeping this. This is a put and take lake anyway, so no harm in keeping these guys, huh? That's kind of one of the cool things about doing what we do, is going to different places and learning different things. And so trying something new made it very fun.
Having paddled kayaks for like I said, nearly 20 years, I wanted something else. I'd been looking at paddle boards, and I wanted something else that was going to fit into the kind of vein that I wanted to fish as far as how I was fishing. There's certain things that I can do on a kayak that I can't do in a boat, obviously, but I wanted to get a little bit more of being able to sight cast to fish, to be able to see them, which is, you've still got that height that you get on a boat, but you don't get it on the kayak. Also the freedom to fly cast and chase fish in the way that you can. And when I was looking around, I looked at lots of different options. I've paddled a few different stand-up boards, and when I saw the Jackson Superficial, it was pretty much that's it, that's what I need to get. It's kind of my new passion in a way. I wouldn't say I've mastered kayaks, because that puts you above everywhere else, but I know how to, obviously know how to fish out of a kayak well, and using some of the skills that I've learned off the kayak, using some of the other skills that I've brought through, the stand-up board's just fantastic, and fishing like we have done, we won't say that the other guys didn't catch any fish, and I did, will we?
We met Shamus on our very first trip to New Zealand. A big character, but a dedicated kayak angler, and we had a great time with him. Unfortunately, we weren't able to hook up with him the next time we came. He wasn't available, but he found out that we were going to come out here again, and he made a point of joining us on this trip. And so we got to spend several days fishing with Shamus, and it was just a ball. The guy is just so passionate about the fishery and about fishing and about life in general, and it was just a great time hanging out with the guy. A little bit smaller one, but I tell you, this one hit harder than any of the others. Whoa! Great. Great.
I was doing everything Jim was doing, paddling the same spots as Jim, paddled the lake 5 times, and still couldn't get any trout. So trout just don't like me.
Well, I hope you saw how much fun you can have in New Zealand targeting those trout. We want to thank Ray Marine, because honestly, if it wasn't for the Ray Marine fish finders on this trip, I don't know that I would have been catching any fish. They're a great product and so awesome on our kayaks. Check them out. If you haven't done so already, please give us a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to Kayak Fishing Tales.